Danielle, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, so last week we were talking about your ex came home. So do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. You can talk about
Okay. So we were discussing about your boyfriend still not knowing. Do you want to expand on that a little bit?
Well, I still haven't told him. And I don't think I'm gonna tell him. I don't really feel like it's, something like important enough to tell him about. Because especially now, it's been so long since he's been home, and like it's been so long since I haven't told him that it would be. I feel like it would be a fight if I told him now, and it's not necessarily worth it, I guess.
Okay. So is it still the same at your job when you see him? I know you were talking about you guys being a little bit like flirtatious.
I try to be less flirtatious with him, but it's hard because it's just like his personality. It's like why I liked him in the first place. It's just he had that like really easy to get along with personality. So like I kind of try and avoid him, but like I find myself like feeling stupid because I keep falling back into that where I just flirt with him, and like I let him kind of like put us back where like we were 3 years ago, and like we're really not there anymore.
So what is it that is stopping you from telling your boyfriend?
I don't know, at first it was like I had all these feelings that I didn't like understand, and like now it's more just because it would cause problems where problems don't need to be caused. Like I don't need to tell him that because this guy is part of my past and not part of my present, so why bring it into my present when it doesn't need to be? But I don't know why I never told him at first. I should have, but now it's been so long that I feel like I can't at this point.
So what's your past relationship like with him?
With Sean?
Yes.
It was so stupid. Like we were together for like a year, and he was my boyfriend, but we didn't call it that, and like we hung out all the time, we texted all the time. He was always like, he would go out to dinner with his sister and keep pouring, like send me a picture of the sunset and be like, wish you were here and stuff like that. And like we always just had fun together. It was very spontaneous. Like it was never like planned or felt like rehearsed or forced or like a pattern. It was always something different. It was always something new, and it was fun. So it's easy to like think about how fun it was, but he was pretty messed up in the long run, really.
So how did it come to you to ending your relationship?
Well, I found out that he was also having this relaxed, fun relationship with one of my friends that we also worked with. Yeah, and it was awful. I think we both kind of knew it was happening while it was happening, but we were both pretending that it wasn't happening, maybe. I kind of convinced myself that like it wasn't as serious as I thought it was, but it hurt, It was a really shitty feeling to have somebody that you thought cared about you like kind of disregard you like that and like not care about your feelings. So it sucked.
So you said that you knew what was happening while it was happening. So did you actually know he was dating your best friend or talking to your best friend at the same time? Or did you find out closer to the end? How did that happen?
I didn't know, but like I had a feeling, and I never looked into it because I guess I didn't want it to be true. I found out for real, like more towards the end. Me and her were having a conversation, and the picture that he sent me of the sunset where he was like, wish you were here, he was actually with her watching the sunset, and
oh my God.
it was really, really fucked up, for lack of a better word. It was really fucked up, and I thought me and her were on the same page, and we both kind of went and confronted him, and we were like, what are you doing? Like, we're both friends, and like we really care about you, like why are you doing this to us? And he was super nonchalant about it, and I had thought that me and her were on the same page, and we were both like, all right, well, whatever, like, we don't need you.
Right.
But then, he ended up moving to California, and she went with him for the first few months. So I was like, I felt like maybe my relationship with him wasn't what I thought it was.
Of course.
Which sucked. It was really unfair, because like why did he pick her And like that's why I feel so stupid now when like I'm at work with him and like I'm flirting with him and I feel like it's all fun and games. And 3 years ago when like he broke my heart 3 years ago, like why do I even care? Why am I giving this guy a second chance to be my friend when he doesn't deserve it, I guess.
So how did that leave you feeling when that happened with your ex and then your friend? What kind of state of mind did that put you in?
I felt betrayed and I felt alone and I felt like I was number 2. Like I was always gonna be second choice. Like I was not as good as the best. And that sucks.
Well, in the relationship now, do you feel that way? Do you feel different?
Not at all. I don't, my relationship now is amazing. Like I feel like I'm number 1. I feel like I'm like his whole world and he would do anything to me and he would never hurt me and it would never, something like that would never happen with him. Like I would never have to in a million years worry about it, whether I knew the girl, didn't know the girl, whether he was away for like a month or 2 months. Like I would not have to worry about it, which is another reason why I don't want to tell him now that this kid was my ex, because like why would I, because it seems then like I'm hiding something from him and I'm not hiding anything from him. It's just like it's irrelevant because that kid clearly didn't consider me enough as a part of his life for me to even call him that anymore at this point. So I don't know.
So how did you transition from your past relationship with Sean to your current boyfriend now?
Like back then?
Like in between, like how did you, when you ended with him, how long did it take you, like what made you change over?
I was like by myself for a year. Like I gave myself a good year to like just be alone and like not think about, you know, him or any guy for that matter, because I just didn't want to be hurt again. I didn't want to feel like number 2 to somebody else again. So I gave myself like a really long time to just kind of be alone and be like happy with me. And you know, like one day I just met this random guy at a Wawa and he turned out to be the greatest thing that happened to me. So it's I'm really thankful for it, and I'm thankful for the time that I took to be like without him, because I kind of needed that time to just heal, I guess, from being hurt.
Do you feel like the time to yourself helped you open up to your current boyfriend now?
Yeah, I do. It definitely helped me grow up being alone, because for so long I was relying on somebody else to make me happy, and then I kind of realized like I don't need somebody else to make me happy, but you know, it's nice to have somebody else who like boosts your happiness. But I don't know, I don't seek my main source of happiness anymore from like just him. So
right. So do you feel like your past relationship helped form you into your new relationship, like know what to look out for and kind of see what you want and don't want?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Definitely, yeah.
And how do you feel overall right now in the relationship?
My relationship now is awesome. It's really, really great. You know, we tell each other everything. We learn from each other. You know, we take the time to like know how to make each other like happy. You know, we fix things if we're doing things that are wrong and stuff like that. And we have a really, really good relationship. It's nothing like, you know, like I had with Sean. It's not like silly and spontaneous and, you know, going places and doing things whenever we want, because, you know, things are different now. We have more responsibilities and jobs and school and stuff like that, so I can't just be going around doing whatever I want anymore. But it's a different kind of fun. It's a different kind of love that I have with him. So.
Do you feel like you love Sean himself or love Sean himself, or do you think it was love for the things you guys have done together? Like more love for the spontaneous and adventures?
I guess it was, wow. I guess it was love for the spontaneous adventures. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I guess it was that makes sense. I can't say that I love him. Like there's so many things that are like wrong with him that like I care about and like I want to help him, but like I don't love those things. Like I love everything about my boyfriend, even the things that are wrong with him. Like I guess I miss being able to go and do whatever I wanted and having that like carefreeness nice. And I guess being around Sean reminds me of that feeling of being carefree.
Do you think the spontaneous adventures are things you could do with your boyfriend now?
Yeah, when we have free time, it's just so hard because we're so busy. Our schedules are so busy all the time. It's hard to find free time to go and do those spontaneous things, but like he says all the time, like we will, and like we make plans, and when we make plans to do things, like it's always a lot of fun and stuff. It's just hard. It's harder because, you know, there's so much going on, like with him and his family and me and my family and then work and school and everything, so.
Do you feel like it's fair to say that now that you recognize it was just adventurous times, that it'll be a little bit easier for you to keep him in the past?
Yeah, I do. I feel it's easy. It's because I feel like I've already started to, like, you know, separate myself from him at work a little bit now.
Good.
And being able to, like, realize that it's what the feelings, like, really are about. I feel like it's definitely going to be a lot easier to kind of go in there and just, like, you know, work and, like, I still have fun, but just, like, know what that feeling is. It's not, like, feelings for him. It's kind of, like, feelings for just nostalgia, I guess, in, like, the past.
Has he noticed that you've been pulling away from him lately?
I don't know, honestly. I don't really pay attention. I don't really care, I guess. So that's good.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I don't know. I try not to concern myself with, like, how he's feeling unless it's, like, really about his health. Like, when he comes in and I can see that he's, like, shaking from not drinking that day, like, then I'm concerned about him. But, like, other than that, I'm not really concerned about how he feels about me or what I'm doing.
It seems like your time away from him definitely helped you a lot and progress a lot and build, not relationship-wise up, but like yourself up, which is good. So let's talk about more about your current boyfriend. Do you see it being something long-term?
Definitely, yeah. I definitely see myself marrying him for sure. You know, I went to a wedding this past weekend, and like I just kept thinking about like, yeah, I could probably see myself standing up there with him. And, like, yeah, I could probably picture us, you know, having a place of our own in like a few years and stuff like that. And I could definitely see myself being with him like for a very long time, which is a good feeling.
That's awesome to hear. I'm glad.
Thanks.
Okay. So, staying away from him at work helped you. Does he know about your current boyfriend? Does Sean
Yeah.
know that you're dating someone now?
Mm-hmm.
Has he ever brought it up to you?
No. Sometimes it like, I feel like I'm on the phone with him or something, like I can see in his face, like he'll like look at me. Like he'll like just kinda like stare at me, like watch me on the phone with him, but like I feel like that's just me like making things up, you know? I feel like that's not something that's actually like happening. Like I feel like he doesn't actually care because he didn't care 3 years ago, so why would he care now, you know? But I don't know.
It's okay. I feel like that's very normal that, you know, you might feel that he's paying more attention to certain things, but it's good that you start to distance yourself. And I'm glad that you're in a happy, new and healthier relationship now with your current boyfriend.
Thanks. Me too. Me too.
Are you planning on staying at your job? I know we were talking about that last week too. Are you planning on staying in the same area? I know you're talking about looking at different jobs.
Definitely thinking about leaving where I am right now. You know, just being distanced from him at work is one thing, but I think being there at that job in general kind of has kept me in the past for a little bit. And I definitely want to move away from that. You know, I wasn't like super sure about leaving Applebee's, but now I'm like, I think it's time for me to get out of my comfort zone, to stop kind of holding myself back, because I felt for like a little bit that I was kind of just holding myself back, like just being there and keeping myself in the past. And I think I'm definitely gonna take branch out, go somewhere else maybe.
I think the branch out will definitely help you, not only you but yourself, but help you in your relationship and move further and completely leave Sean in the past, which is good.
Yeah.
Very proud of you.
Thanks.
Alrighty. Check up on you next week.
Thanks.